The Hello Kitty murder was a case in 1999 in which a nightclub hostess was abducted and tortured in an apartment in Tsim Sha Tsui, Hong Kong, after stealing a wallet owned by one of her frequent customers. On March the 17th, Fan Man Yi was captured, kidnapped, and tortured by 3 men and 1 girl before dying a month later. She was then decapitated and her skull was placed inside a Hello Kitty doll, which symbolized and gave the name of the murder case. Fan Man Yi suffered throughout her early childhood and teenage years. As a young child, she was raised in an all-girls home as she was abandoned by her family. When she turned 15, she had to leave the orphanage because they had an age restriction. Fan Man Yi became homeless and developed a drug addiction. During that period of time, she was a sex worker on the streets until the age of 21, when she began working in a brothel. Chan Man Lok, a 34-year-old drug dealer, pimp, and a member of the Chinese mafia, was one of Fan Man Yi's usual clients at the brothel. It was said that she was his personal favorite, and he would intentionally seek out her services. On one occasion, Fan Man Yi stole his wallet that contained about 4,000 Hong Kong dollars, which roughly translates to $500 US. When Chan Man Lok realized his money was gone, he knew exactly who had stolen it, and he demanded her to return the money. In addition, he added a fee of 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, which roughly translates to about $1,200 US. Although Fan Man Yi returned the stolen money immediately, she needed additional time to gather that additional fee. Shortly after, she was kidnapped by the 3 men and 1 girl: 34-year-old Chan Man Lok, 27-year-old Liang Xing Cho, 21-year-old Liang Wai Lun, and Chan Man Liok's 14-year-old grooming victim and lover, Ah Fong. They took her to an apartment at number 31 Granville Road in Tsim Sha Tsui, where she was imprisoned for about a month. Initially, Man Lok intended to make money off of Fan Man Yi by offering her as a prostitute to other people. During her imprisonment, Fan Man Yi was subjected to torture. According to Chan Man Liok's grooming victim and lover, they beat her with metal bars, kitchen utensils, and furniture pieces, sometimes while hanging her and using her as a punching bag. In one occasion, they kicked her head about 50 times, in which Ah Fong actually joined in to help. They rubbed spices onto her wounds, burned her with candle wax and hot plastic, specifically on her legs and her feet so she couldn't walk. They raped her, forced her to consume human feces and urine, all while making her smile, saying that she enjoys the beatings, and if she refused, they subjected her to even more harsher torture. After about a month of imprisonment and torture, Fan Yi succumbed to her wounds and died while the captors were out. Other references said she died overnight. Upon returning home, they discovered her deceased body in the bathroom where they had locked her in. Her body was then dismembered and boiled. It was said that her body was being boiled right next to other pots for food that they were going to eat that night. Her captors then sold her boiled skull inside a Hello Kitty mermaid doll and discarded the rest of the remains. Only her skull, 1 tooth, and some internal organs were recovered in a plastic bag. Fan Yi's remains were only found after Chan's grooming victim, Ah Fong, led the police to the scene. Ah Fong stated to police that she was being haunted and tormented by the spirit of Fan Man Yi. After a 6-week and 4-day trial, the 3 men were convicted of manslaughter. As the jury ruled, the remains were not sufficient to show whether Fan Yi was murdered or died in any other way, such as drug overdose. The jury could not rule that the man intended to kill the 23-year-old Fan Man Yi, which would have meant a mandatory life sentence, but it was determined she died as a result of their abuse. Ah Fong testified at the trial in exchange for immunity. Justice Peter Nguyen, who sentenced the trio to life in prison with the possibility of parole, stated, "Never in Hong Kong in recent years has a court heard of such cruelty, depravity, callousness, brutality, violence, viciousness." Psychiatric reports describe the three members of the Secret Triad Society as remorseless. The apartment building where everything took place was demolished in September of 2012 and is rebuilt as a hotel in 2016. This case definitely qualifies for being macabre, and unfortunately connecting the Hello Kitty character to it as well. Now, thanks to this unfortunate case, everywhere I go and see Hello Kitty, I'm always reminded. And how about you? Are you able to see Hello Kitty the same? Leave your comments and thoughts below. And again, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tickle that bell icon for all notifications. And until next time,